All right, welcome back here to the second race of the National Rock Racing Association, this Bluegrass Brawl here at East Bernstadt, Kentucky, Wildcat Off-Road Park. We are about to kick off course number 2 for our Bouncer and Unlimited Bouncer. But first, we're going to go ahead and run through our teen and our UTV Bounty Series. Again, we'll get those guys out of the way. So we have tons of racing action coming your way. We are slightly more than halfway through the day, so, again, we still have a ton of racing action coming your guys' way. And with the Bouncers, I think we're going to have a very interesting afternoon.
That's right. We just wrapped up our youth class, both of their courses. They all did an awesome job. And like Matt said, we're about ready to roll into course 2 for the teens. And then we'll have UTV Bounty before we wrap it all up with the Bouncers. So we still have lots of racing to get through today. We are enjoying some nice sunny weather here at Wildcat, though, for our second race so far of the season. And before we jump back into racing, let's go ahead and take a look at our top 5 from course 1 of the teen class. Ramsey Trainer had the fastest time, followed by Josie Northington, then Jace Northington, Caden Schaefer, and Sadie Ellison. I'm sure that Josie is probably pretty excited to have edged out her brother on course 1.
I can only imagine.
Thank you all for tuning in with us here today on Hillside Live, to our Rock Racing TV YouTube audience and our Power Sports World television audience. And as always, if you missed any of the racing action from yesterday or earlier today, you can go back and check that out on the Rock Racing TV YouTube channel. You can always find lots of great content on there. You can also check us out on the National Rock Racing Facebook pages. Lots of good content there, lots of fun stuff. And you can find things like the info about our upcoming events. You can also head to nationalrockracing.com and find our schedule of events for the rest of the season. You can find some stuff on there like bios from our seasoned drivers. And let's see, what else do we have on there? Oh, I do like to also mention that if you're thinking about getting into some racing yourself, you think this looks like fun, you've got a rig at home that you might be able to enter into one of these classes of the 7 that we have. There's probably a place for you. You can check out the specs and safety requirements for all those classes on our website as well.
And again, like I said, it's really awesome to see how many classes we do have. So whatever type of vehicle you have, whether it be some high-end race car or whether it be more of an entry-level side-by-side, we have a course for you. And we also have a category for you as well as a skill set. And then we can make sure you have the appropriate safety equipment, get out and do some racing. Yeah.
All of our drivers do wear Hans devices, full-face helmets, fire suits. Sorry, you distracted me, Matt.
Yeah.
5-point harnesses. We've got fire suppression systems required for the bouncers. We have fire extinguishers in multiple locations required for all of our classes. So just stuff like that. You can find all that on the website.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always cool to see drivers' bios and check out some of the stuff they're doing or running. Also, race results. You can always check out the race results online as well, as Bree pointed out earlier.
Yeah, you can see where the point standings are for everybody, especially as we get further into the season. It gets a little harder to keep track of. Yep. So you can always head to the website and see what the point standings are.
Yeah, it's again, we talked about hitting those flags. Start throwing some flags in there. Points can change a little bit, so everybody checks online to make sure they are up to date and accurate. All right, looks like we're about to start pulling some teenagers to the line. Our teen/amateur class. Again, this is kind of a category between the youth and the full stock class.
Looks like they might have still been off on their lunch break, Matt.
Yeah. That or they had to go do some bathroom breaks.
Or somebody's taking a nap.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Sounds like they're getting Ramsey. Ramsey trainer pulled to the line over there.
I'm thinking that our teen drivers were probably enjoying the sunshine.
Yes.
And weren't quite suited up and ready to go. It takes a minute, guys, to get back into the fire suit and get harnessed in, get your Hans device, get everything suited up and ready to go. So
get your snacks all ready.
There's a great shot of our pit area right now. I see a nice lineup, except for anybody on the starting line. So we're working on bringing somebody to the line.
Very cool.
Sounds like it's going to be Lucas Buffkin starting us off for Course 2 again. He was a late entry, so that's why he's having to go first on Course 1 and Course 2 today.
Getting darn those late entries. I say for the last couple of years, we've been letting the whoever drew number 1 decide go first or go last. Most of the time, they push them to the front.
Yes. So when we do have late entries, then whoever drew number 1 for that class gets to decide if they want those late entries to have to go first or last. Usually, it ends up being first.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Whoever draws number 1 is usually not sad when there's some late entries that have to go first instead.
Especially there's a couple of them. We've had where there's like between 3 and 5 late entries, and usually the first person is very okay with that. You know, as Tim Cameron would say, let him knock the dust off of it, you know?
Lucas doing a great job making his way around Course 2 right now.
Because some of these teen drivers are very, very quick in this class.
Nice run.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. There you go.
A little squirrely
got
there.
A little squirrely coming through the finish line there.
That's a 105.409.
For Lucas Buffkin. Ramsey Trainer on the line now. Ramsey did have the fastest time on Course 1. This is Ramsey's first year race in the teen class with us. He won our youth class championship last year. Decided to step it up to the teen class. He had a great start to the season at Winrock with a 3rd place finish. And so far, so good today with that first place on Course 1.
Again, such a jump in machines.
That is a big difference.
170 up to like 1,000 cc machine. It's just such a big jump. You can see that course getting a little bit dusty out there on some of those uphill sections. Taking your time, being smart. Again, I think making a downhill mistake is just so much more rough ride than making an uphill mistake. Again, rolling. Making that last one, sharp 180.
That's a 101.437 for Ramsey Trainer, and that's your current fastest time on course 2.
We got Caden Schaefer sitting on that race line starting. All right, sounds like clock is hot. And backed up in there.
Clock is hot. All right, clock's hot. Hit it.
There we go. Zach, one of our announcers out there, right in the starting gate down there. That first little lip there is kind of gnarly for, you know, a UTV. We've seen several of them kind of get stuck in that middle right there. It's a little taller.
Yeah, you got to be fully committed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
You got a little more than you bargained for out of that one. Come on, Caden.
A little spicy there.
That's all right. Because you know why, Matt? It's all downhill from here.
It's all downhill from here.
Mostly downhill, anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, it's not necessarily easy yet, but it is all downhill from here. It's a very technical downhill section. There we go. Again, that corner is definitely getting worn in by now, I think. That's a 119.494 for Caden Schaefer.
491.
491,
Yeah.
sorry.
Nice run, Caden.
Very nice.
That means we've got Josie Northington on the line now. Josie had a second place finish on course 1.
Josie does a great job getting out there, battling her brother.
All right, next up, Josie Northington. Are you ready? Hit it.
Josie and her brother Jace were out walking the course this morning, helping each other kind of figure out the game plan of what the fastest route's going to be.
tell Josie's definitely been getting more and more comfortable, and she's not afraid to take some chances
Yeah.
in her rig these days. I remember how she came out and wowed the crowd in her very first race at Fiddler's Bend last year in Oklahoma.
Yeah, she definitely was not scared of that race. She came out and hammered down and definitely had a very impressive run. The crowd definitely enjoyed it as well.
That was in a 4-seater too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It was impressive.
Nice run. Let's check her time.
Ooh.
106.275. That's a third place time right now on course 2. Ramsey's got the fastest time with a 101. Lucas Buffkin with a 105 then, and Josie Northington now in that 106. And then we've got Caden Schaefer with the 119. We are about halfway through course 2 for the UTV teen class.
Yeah, she had a flat tire yesterday when she came in from her run. Or earlier today, I think. They said her brother's, sounds like he's running on, I think they said that he's only running on one cylinder.
Well, he's going to have to give her all he's got.
Yeah. I was trying to make sure I heard that right. Yeah, that's definitely what I heard. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard right.
It sounds like a moped. It's like something is clearly wrong with this buggy. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, sound like they said he was down to one cylinder. I'm like, and they took off, and I was like, that's definitely what I heard. Luckily, Justin at the starting gate down there gives us some great intel. So it's struggling just to get back to the
yeah, Jace went and got his 10 points.
Yeah.
And I think that is all that buggy can do right now.
As bad as that sounds, I'm happy to give him that 10 points.
Sadie Ellison on the line now. Come on, Sadie.
Getting that Ellison crew coming out here in full force this weekend. So it's great to see them out there. A family that races together stays together.
That's right. Got a good run going, Sadie.
Yeah. Nice, smooth uphill section here.
Sadie whipping around
Yeah.
that turn at the top. Come on, Sadie,
There we
right to
go.
the finish line.
That's a 112.714 for Sadie Ellison. Looks like I've got a few racers left here in our teen class.
We've got 2 drivers left for UTV Teen. And it's looking like Maddie Darnell on the line now.
Can we watch her dad, David Darnell, race yesterday. Nice smooth run going here. Black UTV with that nice teal cage on it.
Unfortunately, Maddie did have a DNF on course 1 after making a wrong turn, so really want to see her get through the finish line now on course 2.
Nice quick whip around there. There we go. Okay, those are some gnarly ledges there.
All right, Maddie's got this one in the bag. Nicely done. $123.338 for Maddie Darnell. We've got Clara Hoback on the line, and Clara is going to wrap up our UTV teen class course 2 and their day of racing.
Again, she's running a Robert Trainer's loaner rig there. Again, they had some issues, so she's using Robert Trainer's rig that he raced with us yesterday. Put it on the podium, so she's definitely excited about that, I'm sure. All right, we're going to do a quick top 5 here. Ramsey Trainer sitting in number 1 spot. Looser Bumpkin coming in 2nd. Josie Northington coming in 3rd.
Sadie Ellison in 4th, and Caden Schaefer rounding out 5th. But we've still got Clara Hoback on the line. Let's see if she can shake things up.
And this will wrap up our teen/amateur class. And we'll be coming right back with the UTV Bounty and then Bouncers. So we're a little over halfway through our day here at Wildcat Off-Road Park for the 2nd race of the National Rock Racing Association here in East Bernstadt, Kentucky, for the Bluegrass Brawl. Make sure you get your merch.
Here we go with Clara out on the course, and I think she's got Brantley Havens riding with her today.
Yeah. I seen a little co-driver in there. I wasn't sure who it was. We've seen a few of our drivers have co-drivers. There we go. Getting that awesome drone footage brought to you by Dearborn Drone Co. I love that 3D, just that 360 view of the UTVs racing out there. It's such a great job.
It feels like a 3D view when they
Yeah.
roost the drone with some dirt spray.
Yeah. Getting Claire out there doing some awesome racing for us today. Again, just nice, smooth uphill section here.
Yeah, Clara takes her race program seriously, and after competing in the youth class for several seasons and doing really well, lots of podiums, even getting up there for the championship, she decided she was ready for the challenge of moving up to the teen class, even though technically she hadn't aged out of the youth class yet. So she's been practicing. Usually she's driving the Hoback UTV Razor, but yesterday it broke a drive shaft, I believe, so she's in Robert Trainer's loaner today.
Yeah, that's a great vehicle. That's a great loaner to have.
So she's got her own seat that she puts in there so that she
I
can
love
reach everything, of course.
I love it. Yeah, you probably do need to have some little shorter legs to those pedals. Again, she's absolutely crushing this course today. Doing an awesome job.
Yeah, that was a great run.
That's a 129.181 for Miss Claire Holback, and that will wrap up our teen amateur class. Again, great job to Claire there.
Our top three from course 2 was Ramsey Trainer, followed by Lucas Buffkin, and then Josie Northington. We are ready to move into UTV Bounty. But before we send them off the line, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with all that UTV Bounty racing action. This broadcast of the National Rock Racing Association is brought to you by Amsoil, Mickey Thompson, Edelbrock, and SCS Gearboxes.
Don't let waiting in line for service sideline your machine. Eliminate the wait and save money by doing it yourself. Amsoil makes it simple, with oil change kits that include exactly what you need in one convenient package. Choosing the right kit is also simple. Just plug your ride into the Shop by Vehicle tool at Amsoil.com and have your kit delivered right to your door. Get the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Order now at Amsoil.com.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
These UTV guys have been pushing the limits for years, and we are keeping up with them, providing them the strongest axle on the planet. Our UTV line uses all 300M components, high-temp synthetic moly grease, to handle the abuse of these short courses or long desert races, whatever these guys are doing. They've been pushing the limits, and we've been keeping up. So the years of development for the Pro Series line with our 300M, we have learned so much. We've taken that technology and we've taken the things out of it that make it, absolutely the strongest, and made it the strongest in class for trail use. And we've come out with a Trail Series axle. And that axle is going to be 4340 chromoly steel, all U.S. made. and it is going to be the best in class for your trail. So you don't necessarily have to get the Pro Series. If you're not out here racing, if you don't have 300 horsepower hill killing with these guys, you can get a Trail Series RCV axle and go out and cruise with your buddies with peace of mind that you're not going to break. So for everything UTV, visit us at rcvperformance.com, and for Trail Series, find us at trailseriesaxle.com.
Oh my goodness, he neutral dropped it. That's about a 5,000 RPM neutral drop.
Yes.
Don't let waiting in line for service sideline your machine. Eliminate the wait and save money by doing it yourself. Amsoil makes it simple, with oil change kits that include exactly what you need in one convenient package. Choosing the right kit is also simple. Just plug your ride into the Shop by Vehicle tool at amsoil.com and have your kit delivered right to your door. Get the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Order now at amsoil.com.
Awesome. Yeah, this is Bill Blaisdell. He drives this Grim Creeper vehicle, which you've seen before. Some of our video crew got a chance to go up, and he does a lot of camera work for us, so he also likes to go out and have fun in his free time. So very kind of neat to see what he does at some of the off-road parks when he's not running a camera for us.
Bill is like a straight-up mountain man, and he can do anything you need him to do out here. Setting up banners, running fire extinguishers up and down the hill, putting tape up, running a camera, anything and everything. There he is, right there. Yeah, I don't know if he knows we're spying on him. There he goes.
There he goes. Yeah, he outworks most of our teenagers put together. So he does an awesome job. Again, like I said, he does course work, helping Clyde get the course lined out. This is kind of his hometown park, so I know he's actually ran a jackhammer on some of these ledges to make it more doable for the racers, whether going uphill or downhill. So he does a ton of stuff for the course stuff.
You guys might have also seen Rollo, his dog, running around. Rollo's the black and tan hound dog looking one that loves to run the hills. So you guys have probably seen Rollo and Bill hanging out. So that was a little glimpse into Bill and what he does with the Grim Creeper when he's not out here helping us with the races.
Yeah. Neat to see kind of the behind the scenes of
Yeah,
what's going on.
a little staff spotlight, if you will.
Yeah, very cool. See kind of what they do behind the scenes. Very fun. A lot of times we do get to do some wheeling at off-road parks. Not all the time, but sometimes we get to go out and check out and do some wheeling. And there's times where I was with my dad and you're with your dad. Your brother was there. That was at a pretty place. Got to go do some trail riding there.
Yeah, I think we should do some more of that this year.
Yeah.
Instead of just at the event race area, head there and then load up and leave after. We should try and hit some more trails.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Like I said, I had a really good time that day. We got to see a cave and some rivers and stuff. It was very, very cool.
Yeah, Pretty Place has some great trails. I mean, most of the parks that we race at have great trails on them, so we'll have to be a little more intentional about trying to explore some of those this year.
And I would have never gotten to see any of that unless we had a good avid trail leader. So
yeah, that helps.
Shout out to your dad and his buddy for helping us lead us to some cool trails.
Looks like we're getting pretty close to sending our first UTV bounty driver. We had to get the course, get a few things reset after team class and get some of our recovery equipment moved to the other end of the track. So we've got Scott Farner on the line, and I think we're just about ready to send him. Oh,
right,
there we go. This is course 2 for our UTV bounty class. We had a couple of DNFs on course 1 and only 2 finishes. So course 2 is definitely going to be a challenge for these guys, I think. We talked about it earlier today, but the rock ledge, the Yukon Do-It Hill,
yes,
is not going to be a walk in the park today.
And you can't see it, but where the excavator's at over where Keith is sitting on that left side. Oh, no. Dang it. Man, stink. Well, the good news is there's like 20 guys right there. And I was just talking, we have an excavator sitting right off to the left of those guys. There's about 40 guys of our racers there. Most of our bouncer guys are kind of watching the first couple side-by-sides to see how they're doing. Letting them gently come back on. Unfortunately, it looks like he did break an A-arm or something on that.
We do have the thumbs up. Thumbs up from the driver. They're going to obviously help him get the buggy recovered off the course. Like I mentioned, moving our recovery equipment over. Let's check out our Amsoil action shot.
Yeah.
Get a little replay.
Came up, and you can see how undercut that ledge really is. So when you hit it, it kind of just pops the front end up. And unfortunately, the UTVs just don't have that big of a tire.
So when we raced this hill at finals last year, but it had a big rock at the base of the ledge, which is not there anymore. So it's, like you said, it's just an undercut. And that rock used to pop the tires up, pop the front end up enough. I don't know how it's going to go for the rest of our bounty class and even our bouncers today. I think we're going to see some difficulties here.
I think that was the conversation this morning during our bouncer classes. You know, I don't believe, Wade was saying he doesn't believe that right side is real doable. The left side might be the kind of go-to, but we'll see how that plays out. Luckily, I'm about middle of the pack, so I think this will be okay for me. I'll have by about 10 guys in front of me, I'll know either it's going to go really good or really bad. So we'll have a good idea. And, again, that was the big conversation on all the courses this morning. This ledge here, again, being that undercut, what happens is the dirt starts to wash away and erode out, and you're left with an area that actually cuts back and then comes back out. Well, that causes the faster you hit it, the more it causes the front end to pop up, just like you saw here with our first UTV bounty driver. And it just, unfortunately, doesn't kind of go the way you plan. Now, I think you can crawl up, get the front tires over it, and then if you have enough horsepower, being the key there, if you have enough horsepower, I think you can possibly crawl your way out.
It also does tend to throw everybody to the left.
Yes.
So that's just like we saw with Scott just now, and times past when we've raced on it. It likes to throw everyone to the left. So
it's like throwing to the center. So if you're on the right side, it throws you to the left. If you're on the left side, it kind of throws you to the right. So it kind of throws you to the middle. So and unfortunately, that middle section is where that biggest cutout is. So I don't know how that's going to play with the bouncer, but unfortunately, we only had 2 times on course 1, so that may be our podium for today, depending on how this rest of the course goes.
Okay, we've got Riley Pete on the line.
All right, here we go. I see a hand out of the chassis waving around, and he's not ripping. So either A, something is wrong with the buggy, or B, he's going to come up and just try to attempt this course. Again, Riley Pete.
Well, we're going to find out in about 5 seconds which one it is, Matt.
He's kind of a go for the gusto kind of guy, so I can see him just sending it. Again, we have a lot of course workers at the top, and we have a ton of course workers and drivers down at the bottom of that hill.
He's going for it. Oh,
Dang it.
wait, this is looking familiar.
There we go.
Hey!
There we go. Heck yeah.
Nice.
Putting it back on all fours. Looks like he's going to turn around and see if he can't take another stab at it. And like you said, Bree, kind of pitching you off to that left side if you come up and try it on the right. But, again, we have a ton of drivers standing there right about middle of that course to see how this is going to unfold.
They're all telling him to send it.
That's just such a steep ledge once that front end pops up there. And again, pictures, as we say, never do it justice. So it's really, without being on that course, it's kind of hard to get a good feel for it. There we go. I think
That might work.
I think that left side, again, me and Wade were talking this morning, and he was saying that he doesn't think that right side's that doable. Ooh.
Oh, back it up, back it up.
There we go.
Ooh.
Dang it. Ah.
He was thinking about it. Wait.
He's like, but wait, there's more.
Oh, man.
Man. Luckily, we got a ton of drivers there that could jog it over, get him put back on all fours.
Hey, that was a good try, Riley. All right, so far we're 0 for 2.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have a UT climb this.
So Casey Howell had the fastest time on course 1, and then Nathaniel Bell. They were actually our only 2 finishers on course 1. So we're...
So if nobody climbs it, it gets down to Casey. Do you even try, or do you go, you know?
That is an excellent question. And Nathaniel Bell is on the line now, so we're going to see what he can do about this hill.
All right, we got an Amsoil shot. Coming up kind of, you can see that undercut, that shaded areas where the tires are kind of just popping up. Launched up there. Unfortunately, you can see how it kicked him from the right over to the middle. Landed and was able to put it right back on the tires, which is super cool to see. And then here he tries more of the middle side, kind of working over towards that left. And unfortunately, for his second Amsoil action shot, was not able to put it back on its tires. Dang it, Yates see that. All right, we
Nathaniel
got
Bell on the
Nathaniel
course.
Bell taking off there. Again, this is Nathaniel's new chassis he built. No stranger to being on the podium. He also likes to come out and do a lot of free running and playing and getting real comfortable on the course.
All right, he's going straight for the left side. Uh-oh.
Dang it. Oh, I was so close. I for sure thought he was going to put it back on all four.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. All right, we got another Amsoil action shot here. I have a feeling we might have a few of these
We're going to
today.
have a lot today.
Yeah, it might be, again, it looks like he went far to that far left side, which I think is going to be the smoother line. But unfortunately, it bounced him up, landed, and just couldn't recover.
Well, luckily we've got a nice crowd of recovery and drivers.
Yeah.
Quick on the scene on this hill. Get these UTVs flipped back over and off the course for us.
All right. Sounds like we had a course clear. Clock is hot. Casey Howe, again, I believe he had the fastest time on course 1, so we'll see what he can do here.
And so far, no finishers, and then Nathaniel, who just rolled, was the only other driver to even finish course 1. So right now, the ball is completely in Casey's court.
That is such a steep climb. He wants to. Man, he wants it.
Oh, come on, Casey. And Casey is going to wrap up our UTV Bounty class right now.
He is trying so hard.
Can he be a hero? I mean, he already won it either way.
Oh, stink. All right, we're getting a thumbs up from Casey. Again, little tip over there.
Well, the good thing about that was we had plenty of Amsoil action shots.
It's true. It's true.
We'll check out this one from Casey now before we move on to the bouncers.
Yeah, you don't really want to say be part of an Amsoil action shot, but at least it wasn't super violent of a rollover.
We got to make lemonade out of lemons, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, get it set up for our bouncers, and we'll be back with Course 2 right after this.
This broadcast of the National Rock Racing Association is brought to you by Amsoil, Raceline Wheels, RCV Performance Products, and Yukon Gear and Axle.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction, improved 4-pitch side biters, proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
Don't let waiting in line for service sideline your machine. Eliminate the wait and save money by doing it yourself. Amsoil makes it simple, with oil change kits that include exactly what you need in one convenient package. Choosing the right kit is also simple. Just plug your ride into the Shop by Vehicle tool at Amsoil.com and have your kit delivered right to your door. Get the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Order now at Amsoil.com.
Oh my goodness, he neutral dropped it. That's about a 5,000 RPM neutral draw.
Yes.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to course number 2 at East Bernstadt, Kentucky, Wildcat Off-Road Park in the Bluegrass Brawl. We have wrapped up course 1. It was absolutely gnarly. Again, lots of ledges, lots of dirt. We saw some really, really fast times, which is kind of what we expected coming into course 1. Very fast, very fun. We did see a few little bloopers, but nothing super crazy. We're going to go ahead and run through that top 10 real quick before we kick off to course 2.
Well, we can take a look at our top 5 at least here, Matt. I've got Tim Cameron had the fastest time on course 1, followed by Nick Reich. Then we had Bubba Bacon, Wade Good, and Josh Krapinski.
Yeah, again, that was awesome.
Looks like we got the wrong graphic up there, guys. We're looking for the bouncers. Ignore what's on your screen, folks. Just listen to the sound of my voice. It was Timmy, Nick, Bubba, Wade, and Dan Bowman. Those were your top 5 from course 1. And you know what? Those top 5 were having a pretty good day on course 1, but not everybody. Our off-road performance team out here, they had a little bit of a tough day on course 1. 3 of their 4 buggies had some kind of mechanical mishap. Even the 4th, actually, Clay Casons did, but they were able to get it fixed, and he still had a great run. But we did catch up with Jeremy Whited of the off-road performance team, so we want to share with you guys what he had to say about today's racing.
We try our hardest every day to make sure all the buggies are completely race ready for the fans, and try